On 15 September this year, I lived for 29 years with HIV. That's a gift out of God's hand, and I just celebrate the way that I could have that for so many years with my family, and for the love and support that I got during these years. There's been great progress that we can really thank God for. More people are now willing to go for HIV testing regularly, know their HIV status. There's greater access to antiretroviral treatment, and the treatment has become much more available. New infections with babies has dropped to less than 2% per year. And now that test and treat has started to be implemented from 1 September, this means that people who test positive don't have to wait a long time before they actually have become worse in their health status and an immune system before they can start on antiretrovirals. Now, it means with test and treat that the moment you test positive, you have access to antiretrovirals, and that means that you are going to be able to immediately get the benefit from that and hopefully have a long and productive life. So, there's really some great progress in terms of the HIV epidemic. But it's long not past yet. HIV is a reality for us, and I think it's really important that for us as a church that we must stay connected to this, or if we are not yet part of this, that we should become really involved in the fight against HIV and AIDS, but to really understand that we have an important role to play as a church. Let's give you a few figures. UNAIDS say that still 7 million people are living with HIV in South Africa at this moment. That's 19.2% of our population. So nearly 1 out of 5. That just means that never mind what church or what congregation or what profile your congregation has, HIV and AIDS is a reality in your congregation. We cannot get away from it. It's part of our life. And even though we realize that people have more access to antiretrovirals now, we must still realize that according to the Department of Health in 2015, there was still 380,000 new HIV infections in South Africa. People get infected with HIV still. And to go further than that, we think that thanks to antiretrovirals, the deaths might have become less. It might have, but still 180,000 people are dying of AIDS-related illnesses. What is really concerning is to realize that deaths under adolescent girls has now become a serious issue in terms of HIV. In sub-Saharan Africa, HIV and AIDS, or AIDS then, is the major cause of death amongst adolescent girls. And the second biggest cause across the world. These are the young girls who are sitting in our congregations. So, as a church, we must really realize that HIV is something that affects and still affects each one of us in South Africa and within the church. And that God calls us to stand up with compassion and to react with wisdom from heaven, and to be able to really speak into this, that we make a difference, that we can contribute by giving people the correct information, helping to continue to defeat stigma, and to make sure that less people get infected with HIV. It is now the time that we can act. World AIDS Day lies right in front of us now. And I want to encourage you that in your congregation, you utilize this as an opportunity to engage. Use one of the Sundays in front or after World AIDS Day and really just remind people about the facts that we've shared here, of how HIV is affecting our country still, and what we can do to really make sure that people have the right understandings, the right knowledge, to know to go for HIV testing. And I want to encourage you that you set an example as a church leader, that you will actually go and demonstrate publicly that you are willing to go for HIV testing, and to encourage people to come alongside and to follow to do the same.